Easy Work Boxing is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell if you want to see more of these videos. Most of all, please comment. I love to see the comments. I love to see, pertaining to what we're talking about, not crazy comments or nothing like that. I'll see the topic of the video. Floyd Mayweather, once again, having problems with fans. What's up, Jamar? Evidently, Floyd Mayweather leaving a hotel, if I'm not mistaken, in Miami, the Hilton. A fan sees him, wants a picture. Floyd tells the fan, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" Floyd tells the fan, allegedly, "Hey, you ain't even said good morning to me. You talking about taking a picture." The fan, they get into an argument. Floyd tell the fan, "You can get your you-know-what whoop for free." The fan say, "Hey, if you do that, then I'm going to take all your money." The fan go to keep saying he's a free man, he's a free man, which ain't got nothing to do with Floyd. But he keeps saying he a free man, he a free man. He's saying Floyd let his ego get in the way. People don't understand. I'm just going to go in the perspective of a celebrity or somebody who's a human being, period. Sometimes you can approach people at the wrong period of time. They're human beings. They go on and live life just like you do. You don't know if he was arguing with a girlfriend. He had a bad business deal that just happened. He just heard some bad news. I'm just speaking from a celebrity's perspective of it. When you come in saying let him take a picture, he probably just caught him at the wrong time. But now let me go into the point of it, of being a fan. Now, this is somebody who you supported. You probably bought a pay-per-view. You're a Floyd Mayweather fan. Hey, you seen him. Every time you see him on television, he always acting like he in a cheery mood. He always happy. He always happy. Hell, he got money. You would always assume he got money. I mean, that he's happy because he has money. So you go out there and he treats you like that. It goes both ways. Just because you're a celebrity, and I understand that you go through things, you also are entitled to treat people with respect. These are people who support you. These are people who make it known for you to become that celebrity. But you also have to understand that these people are people just like you. They go through things just like you. Now, I'm not saying that Floyd is right. I'm not saying that he's right. But at the same time, these are human beings. He's not entitled to take pictures with anybody. He never said he was a role model. He never said that. He never said, "I'm trying to be your children's role model. I'm trying to be anybody's role model." He's not entitled to take pictures with anybody. But just think about what he said, in my opinion. Hey, I can't even get a good morning. Evidently, Floyd was going through something beyond that situation. I can't get a good morning. What that sound like? And I'm going to ask men this. What that sound like? You got to argue with one of your friends, and you knew where it came from. What that sound like? Arguing with a woman. Arguing with a woman. And I'm not saying that's what Floyd was going through. I'm just speaking from my perspective of it. I done had them situations where this your ace, and y'all end up getting an argument because he's stressed out about an argument with his old lady. It could have been that type of situation, because look at it. Hey, Floyd, can I get a picture? I can't even get a good morning. What type of is that to say to somebody? I can't even get a good morning. That sounds like you was already going through something. That's just my opinion. And he has every right to be that way. That's what I'm saying also on his side. He has every right to be that way, but also you shouldn't treat your fans like that. They don't know what you're going through. In their mind, all they see is a man on his way to $1 billion who should be happy every day. You like, he should be happy every day. He a billionaire. If a fan asks and he said he can't get a good morning, that means they don't speak to me first. That's also true. That's also true. But you have to understand what comes along with being a star, a superstar, a celebrity. You signed up for that. You signed up for somebody coming to you negative sometimes. Somebody trying to downgrade you in public or asking you the disrespectful question. You signed up for that when you became a celebrity. You supposed to know how to handle it. Floyd could have easily said, damn, could I get a good morning? Dude could say, oh, good morning, Floyd, my bad. Or even if dude didn't say a good morning. Come on, let me give you a picture because you're a fan and I appreciate you supporting me. But you know, we go through stuff too. You know, I could appreciate a good morning or, you know, but I'm going to take this picture with you because you're my fan, you know, and I appreciate you. It's ways to handle it. You just don't brush them off. How you know this dude ain't paid for that $100 Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view? And that's a good point on speaking on this. Entitlement. Entitlement. Because you paid for a pay-per-view or you paid for a fight of Floyd Mayweather's, you feel like you deserve that. You deserve that respect. You deserve to get that picture. But once again, we are only human. That sense of entitlement. I bought that pay-per-view. I bought 7 of your pay-per-views. I deserve a picture. But at the end of the day, people have to understand it's all about how you come to people. And then we don't know if the guy actually just came and said, hey, Floyd, can I have a picture? He probably just came to Floyd with a camera out. Let me get a picture. Let me get a picture. Floyd like, hey, I can't get a good morning. I can't get a good morning. And I'm just coming at it from all areas, not just the bash Floyd, because you know that's where a lot of people looking to come on and say, you know, Floyd just arrogant, Floyd this and that, he think he got too much money. Floyd a human being just like everybody else, bro. Regardless of how much money behind him. You don't want nobody just bum rushing you with no camera. Give me a picture. I paid for your pay-per-view. They don't give you the right to come in here and be hollering in my ear at 7 o'clock in the morning. They don't give you that right. But that's on people to comment. That's why the comment section is open. Everybody got their right to their opinion, and that's what I respect. You come in, you tell me what's your opinion. That's true, Carlotta. Thank you, D. Will. Because at first when I seen the situation, I was like, oh, man. Here go Florida, another domestic thing. But, you know, it wasn't nothing domestic. You know, that's Tank problems. Tank got a problem with yoking up. Grabbing on his old lady. But, nah. And Floyd, you know, for the guy to even try to, even if he wanted to sue Floyd, it ain't going to work out because it's all on camera. He never even got close to Floyd. Floyd never got close to him. Floyd only thing said you get your ass whooped for free. That's all Floyd told him. Hey, you get your ass whooped for free. He never got to reach Floyd. Floyd never got to reach him. So ain't really no lawsuit that can be handled. He wasted Floyd time, and you can't waste Floyd time. Floyd get money while we sitting there talking, while we watching videos. Floyd get money, so you can't waste his time. Did I come up with more about the Kobo deal? No, I really ain't. I gotta research it myself. I'm seeing little stuff, watching little stuff with people, and I'm seeing stuff that need to be talked about. Everybody know Floyd ducked a lot, duck fighters. Floyd's career was mostly about timing. He timed his career in the best way possible, and you can't be mad at him for that. But to say that you the best ever, I can't go along with that. I can't go along with it. I love to see Floyd. I love to watch his fights. But at the end of the day, Floyd never was undisputed. Floyd was never undisputed champion. He beat several title holders. He did that. But it was a lot of challenges he didn't go in on. I ain't gonna say dancing in the ring because you in the square. If you can't catch me in the square and stop me, that's your problem. I can say fighters do run. I don't really like what I see now, and looking at how they used to fight in the 80s and 70s, how fighters would stand and literally brawl. You know what I'm saying? And look at how they doing it now. Everybody following the shoulder roll. Don't nobody really want to get hit. It's 7 punches a piece in a round. Because everybody want to look flashy and pretty. No, I don't like that part of the boxing game no more. I really want to see fight. I really want to see fighters go out there and be great. They really just stand there and want to look pretty, and no, I don't like that. But I'm not gonna say Floyd is a runner when they're in the square. I can't say that. Yes, it's a new day, but I like the old day. And everybody got a right to their opinion. They fought and fought then. They actually fought. They stood in front of each other and they fought. Now all you seeing is a bunch of moving around, jab, jab, jab. Don't want to get hit. Don't want to get hit. No. You have to wait 6 rounds until you see a fight. 4 rounds until you see punches thrown. And they keep talking about this feeling out process. Or they have to feel each other out. So y'all got to throw 6 punches apiece for 3 rounds? Come on, man. Think about Hearns versus Hagler. They war. That fight was over with in 3 rounds, 2 rounds. Now we got to wait 3 rounds to start seeing punches. Everybody want to be flashy and pretty and, man, get the hell out. I don't like that. I don't like all that. I can understand that. You can be at your bag. And I'm not hating on nobody. I'm not saying that these ain't real fighters. These men ain't out there risking their lives. I'm not saying that. But I don't like seeing all this jumping and running around the ring and 7 punches around and no. I agree with you, son. I agree with you on that. Floyd had a situation of where he was at a hotel. He was leaving a hotel. A fan approached him. The fan wanted to take a picture with Floyd. Floyd said, "Hey, can I at least get a good morning?" The fan ended up becoming upset. They end up in an argument. It's on TMZ Sports. He never got close to Floyd. Floyd never got close to him. But evidently, Floyd Mayweather is being charged with assault against this guy who was supposed to be a fan of Floyd Mayweather's. That's what the topic of the video is, but we have went on to other situations talking about Floyd Mayweather. And you feel me, that boy? That's how it is. Don't nobody want to see that. If Floyd ain't coming back to fight a legitimate boxer, then there ain't no point in talking about Floyd. I don't want to see a kickboxing event or a exhibition. I want to see a real match. I ain't nobody. If he ain't talking about that, I'm not talking about Floyd. Right now, we talking about a situation of him beginning an assault case from a fan that you see clearly that he didn't touch. They were never even around each other to hit each other. I want to see Floyd come back and fight a Sean Porter, a Terrence Crawford. Floyd won't rematch Manny Pacquiao, especially right now after this long layoff. No, the only way you'll see a Floyd Manny Pacquiao rematch was if they talked about it this year and it happened next year for Floyd to get in shape. Floyd wasn't there. Floyd too smart to get in the ring with Manny Pacquiao right now. It's entertainment. Spence and Crawford's supposed to happen this year. Period. Spence and Crawford's supposed to happen this year. It ain't supposed to be no weight on it. Like I was listening to Goodfellas. He made a good video, and a good fight that would substitute Crawford versus Spence is Demetrius Andrade versus the Charlo brother. That's a good substitution for not getting Spence versus Crawford. I'd like to see Floyd come back and fight Sean Porter or Crawford or Keith Thurman. You can't say he can't do it because hell, Manny Pacquiao out there doing it right now at the same age. And TBE supposed to be able to beat everybody. You TBE. Andrade is chinny. You're right, Magnetic. But we deserve that fight as fans. We deserve that fight as fans, Magnetic. Just to see it. What'd you say, Elbow? These boys out here getting bags just off talking about their gun. That's true. We want to see the fights. Now, of course, we know that Floyd Mayweather gonna beat this case. That's obvious. There was never no contact. There was never no touching. He never hit Floyd. Floyd didn't hit him. No, Floyd didn't lose to De La Hoya. No, Floyd Mayweather didn't. True. Floyd can also beat Sean on the inside. Sean is not an inside fighter. Sean is not really an outside fighter. Sean is just a brawler. That's what I was saying in one of my videos. Crawford has to fight Sean Porter. All this friendship talk, he got to look out. He got to throw that out the way. It make you look bad when you say nobody wanted to fight you, but then you got Kenny Porter and Sean Porter sitting there saying, well, Kenny Porter saying that they will make that fight, and you're not willing to fight Sean Porter. It makes him look kind of bad. So that fight got to get made between Crawford and Porter, I feel. And even though he gained a name, it's a gain for Crawford. It's a risk and a gain for Crawford. You got Sean Porter trying to get another belt, and then you got you trying to get a legitimate 147-pounder on your resume. Sean Porter, it's a risk and a reward for him. Sean trying to get a title. You trying to get a legitimate welterweight. You gaining. You're not supposed to stand in front of your opponent and go blow for blow. Boxing is hit and not get hit. It's capitalizing off your opponent's mistakes. I'm not supposed to play rock'em sock'em robot with you. And not a street fight. I'm not supposed to sit there and let you just keep punching me in my... No. You got to earn that. But then, Floyd got them big security guards. He called them the Great White, and the Great Wall. You ain't going to get past them security guards. So that's for one reason why, this ain't going to go through. Whatever dude trying to get, he should have showed his face on the camera. If anything, he was trying to get some fame or some publicity off of this, because he ain't finna get no money. That's for sure. Dylan White is a joke. I keep telling people, Dylan White is a joke. Like you said, he call out all these fighters who take a loss except Ortiz. Deontay Wilder told him, I will fight you if you fight Luis Ortiz. He ain't went Luis Ortiz's way. For one, he ain't finna go nobody's way because he's not gonna be the same fighter because he got busted for steroids. He got busted for steroids. He is not going to be the same fighter fighting nobody. Deontay Wilder is going to knock him through the ropes. I'm telling y'all. By him already being caught up in anything with drug testing, don't y'all know Deontay Wilder is going to pay for his drug testing? Deontay Wilder is gonna knock Dylan White through ropes. I'm telling y'all. If Wilder can't get AJ, if he defeats Tyson Fury, he gonna go straight for Dylan White. Watch what I tell you. And he gonna knock Dylan White through some ropes. Bruh, Carlotta, it ain't no questions. I'm telling you this. Crawford would dog walk. Y'all know I love saying that. Would walk on, would dog walk Sean Porter. You gotta look at the Felix Diaz fight, and even though them ain't the same fighters, I know those are not the same fighters. They're both aggressive, come forward fighters. Terrence Crawford has the ability to make Sean Porter look very bad coming towards him like that. You gotta think about the boxing skills of Terrence Crawford, the movement of Terrence Crawford, and you gotta think about, man, he go, ooh. That's why he don't want to fight Sean Porter, because he know what he would do to Sean Porter. It's easy. Exactly. That's why when it comes to Porter and Spence, and you seen what Porter, somebody who they have called a football player, can't box, can't do this, went out there and did against Errol Spence Jr., and you can't believe that Terrence Crawford can beat Errol Spence Jr.? Really? You can't believe that Terrence Crawford can beat Errol, but you seen somebody who they have literally called a football player, has no technique, no boxing ability, go out there and give him his hardest fight ever, but you think Terrence Crawford can't dog walk Errol Spence Jr.? You really believe that? All right. That's what the comment section is for. Comment. When is that fight, Magnetic? Loma versus Lopez. I gotta look up on them and see. I don't think. Thank you, Christopher. I don't think Lopez is ready for Lomachenko. We think about this when you think about Lomachenko. Half of the people, a lot of people you seen Loma may quit were fighters you done seen knock people out. A lot of people getting it confused because Lopez knocked out Comey. That does not mean he's gonna knock out Lomachenko. Man, that boy, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Terrence Crawford would dog walk Sean Porter, bro. The wrenches yet? Nah, what you mean, Christopher? I like Lopez too. Lopez is a good, strong fighter. But I just don't believe that he ready for Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a different type of fighter. No. It will be a tough trigger fight. Oh, so we can smash the trolls. They ain't been on here lately, bro. It was one on earlier. But I don't think Lopez is going to beat Loma. Which I didn't believe he was going to beat Comey either. You know, don't go by me. That's why everybody have a right to their opinion. That's why the comment section is open. I just don't believe that Lopez is going to be able to beat Loma. Loma is not a Comey. And let me tell you something. To beat Linares, you got to be a hell of a fighter, bro. Linares even knocked Lomachenko on his ass. You feel me? To beat Linares, you got to be a hell of a fighter, bro. And he did that. I see about the third, fourth round, Lopez don't know what the hell going on. In my opinion. What's up, bro? Thank you, Christopher. Hey, y'all, my phone cut off. My SIM card somehow it was out of place or something, and it just cut off on me. I'm sorry about that. That's what you deal with when you have an Android phone. But that wasn't me hanging up on y'all. Y'all know I would never do my people like y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It wasn't that situation. And once again, let me get back on the topic of the video. We are talking about Floyd Mayweather had a situation with a fan. He was coming out of a hotel. The fan wanted a picture. Floyd Mayweather told the fan, hey, can I at least get a good morning? Him and the fan got into an argument. Nobody touched anybody. You can clearly see from TMZ Sports that Floyd Mayweather wasn't close to him. He wasn't close to Floyd Mayweather. So in my opinion, this lawsuit won't go anywhere. This is nothing more than publicity or someone trying to get out there, get their name known. Unfortunately, the guy who even accused Floyd of assaulting him didn't even show a picture of his face. So I don't know how you expect to get yourself out there, but I'm sure he won't be getting any money. And he should at least show the picture of himself if he was trying to get his face out there. But he didn't do that, so I guess he's wasted his time and Floyd's. And like I said earlier in the video, you can't waste Floyd's time. You can't waste Floyd's time. Floyd gonna get paid regardless. The Don, what's up? Raphael, Christopher, Jose. I think Spence gonna fight Pacquiao first. That's what I think. It it wouldn't make look if Spence going to fight Garcia right now while Terrence Crawford ain't got an opponent, he ducking. If Spence going to fight Danny Garcia right now and Terrence Crawford is out there right now, I ain't talking about that across the street talk. I ain't talking about Errol Spence is his own man. Errol Spence is signed to himself. Al Heyman is his advisor. He always says he's his own boss. You're your own boss. So if you don't make this Terrence Crawford fight, you ducking. You have nothing to gain from Danny Garcia. He has nothing to gain from Danny Garcia. You say you're your own boss. Al Heyman is only your advisor. You supposed to be making the Terrence Crawford fight. The only thing I'm accepting from Errol Spence is a Manny Pacquiao fight. Other than that, he's ducking. He been ducking. He been ducking. But the only thing I'm willing to accept right now is him fighting Manny Pacquiao. I don't want to see him versus no Danny Garcia. That's unnecessary. understand what you're saying, Marlo. Peace, Marlo. Floyd kills Loma. I don't know. You watch what Loma versus Lomachenko? I mean Floyd versus Lomachenko. Yeah, both undefeated. I don't know he fighting Dana already, bro. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that's signed, sealed, and delivered. Is it signed, sealed, delivered? And even like I said, even if it's not, or even if it is, why in the hell is he fighting Danny Garcia when you got a chance to go at Terrence Crawford or Manny Pacquiao to be undisputed? That don't make sense. Errol Spence said he's his own boss. Why you can't make a fight? He ain't signed to Al Heyman. Al Heyman is his advisor. Make the fight. If he don't fight Pacquiao next, then he ducking. Why would you fight Danny Garcia? What are you going to gain by fighting Danny Garcia when it's two belts lined up right in front of you who don't have fights? I don't think Danny Garcia was his mandatory. If that is his mandatory, then he's supposed to fight Danny Garcia. That's all good. He has to fight Danny Garcia if that's his mandatory. But I'm saying, just picking Danny Garcia, what is that to gain? Why would you pick Danny Garcia, who has no title, when you can go out there, Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, two more belts lined up? Why? It is nothing to gain from a Danny Garcia fight, unless, like you just said, he's his mandatory. But I doubt that he's the number one mandatory for Errol Spence's belt, because it wouldn't be no situation of asking for the fight. If he was his mandatory, it would happen. It has to happen. If he was his mandatory, Danny Garcia would never have to ask for that fight. It's going to happen. Now, if that's the situation, okay then. But I ain't heard nothing, I ain't watched nothing where the hell said that Danny Garcia is going to fight Errol Spence Jr. in May, where Danny Garcia is his mandatory. I haven't seen anything on it. That was the fight before the accident. Is that the fight now? And even then, it didn't make sense. You know what, tonight I gotta get on there and I'm gonna look on there and I gotta see if he's really his mandatory for the WBO title. Because if he's not his WBO title, if he's not his mandatory, he ain't got no business fighting no Danny Garcia. I don't know how people gonna go against that. If that's not his mandatory, he has no reason fighting Danny Garcia. Oh, for the WBC. Damn. Damn. Let me rewind. I gotta go back. I was just thinking about the IBF. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot that Errol Spence is a unified title holder now. I forgot he got the WBC and the IBF. I'm sorry. I forgot about that, y'all. I truly apologize. I wasn't thinking about nothing but the IBF. And I was like, how the hell is Danny Garcia a mandatory for the IBF title? I'm sorry, I forgot about the WBC title. Okay. But even then, we still have to see if that's his mandatory. We have to see that. Because if that's not his mandatory for the WBC title, there's no reason to fight Danny Garcia until he's the WBC mandatory. Okay. But Christopher, hey, you can see I can admit when I make a mistake or when I'm wrong. I forgot about the WBC title. I forgot about that. I ain't ashamed to admit when I'm wrong now. Or if I forget something. Well, in the mandatory, if Sean Porter is the number one, Porter deserved the rematch. Like I said, if Danny is number two, then there's no reason to fight him. If Porter is number one, Porter deserves his rematch. I just said that, Marlo. I really forgot that Spence is the WBC champion as well. I forgot that. That was the only thing about the IBF title. That's why I was confused with Danny Garcia being a mandatory. I just admitted to my wrong. I was wrong. I wasn't thinking about the extra title that Errol Spence Jr. holds. Yes, I was not thinking about that. I apologize. But Floyd better come back and fight somebody. He getting all these lawsuits. Tank got to fight somebody too to pay back and get Floyd his money. But Tank really ain't being promoted like people think. Tank is really riding the wave of Floyd Mayweather and Instagram posts. He ain't really being promoted like that. Think about this, Christian. Sean Porter done fought almost everybody. He has fought everybody except Terrence Crawford. So that's why you got to give Sean Porter a standing ovation. Sean Porter done fought them all except Terrence. He the only welterweight out there saying who could talk some shit, who could say he ain't running from nobody. Sean Porter. Sean Porter has fought them all. Even Brooke. That's why people can say what they want to say about Sean Porter. Sean Porter has went out there and fought everybody. They was a past tense word. Was. He fought him. And he made Errol Spence look bad. Swole his face up. He fought him. Why ESJ won't go and fight Terrence Crawford? He beat him, but go beat somebody else. But I already see what it's finna go to. First, let me say this. I do not dislike Spence. Spence is a good fighter. I just keep everything 100 in my opinion. And everybody has a right to their opinion. Let me say that first about Errol Spence. Look, Terrence Crawford does not need Errol Spence. I want you to really think about that, Marlo. Really think about that. Terrence Crawford does not need Errol Spence. Errol Spence needs Terrence Crawford. I don't give a damn how much PBC put a blindfold on people, how they don't mention that Terrence Crawford is the WBO welterweight champion. Errol Spence Jr. has to beat Terrence Crawford, whether the world likes it or not. If he wants to be undisputed, he has to beat Terrence Crawford. They can duck and dodge all they want. Bud is a former undisputed champion. People always talk about Bud's resume, but look at Bud's resume and really look at who he fought. Look at who he fought. Olympians, former Olympians, title holders, went to their background, went to their side of their land and beat these people. People always talking about Ndongo. Ndongo wasn't handed belts. He went and took them, and Terrence took them from him. Terrence don't need Errol Spence to solidify him as 100, as legit, as a Hall of Famer. Errol Spence needs Terrence Crawford to solidify him. Ricky Burns wasn't a name. Felix Diaz wasn't a name. Victor Poster wasn't a name. Danny Garcia ducked Victor Poster. And Ndongo went and took belts from two title holders. He beat Ndongo. What people talking about? Thank you, Christian. Undisputed is no joke. What the hell y'all be? Y'all don't know nothing about boxing, bro. When you are undisputed, you the dog, bro. What about Brooke Porter and Algieri? Oh my God. You talking about a former 140-pounder Algieri who Errol Spence beat? You talking about a Kell Brook that just got through fighting a Triple G and has eye socket broken? When his confidence is down and coming off an injured eye socket? Hell no, Algieri was undisputed at 140. Algieri was never undisputed at 140. But you said Errol Spence, you named them names. Algieri was a former 140-pound fighter who Errol beat. Then he beats Kell Brook, coming off an injured eye socket of Triple G. Not a fight after. He come right after losing to Triple G and beat Kell Brook with an injured eye socket. You can say the same thing about Khan. You can't say the same thing about Khan. Khan was winning, you just ain't hear about it. And Jose was chasing him. Jose wanted that fight. Jose signed a contract. What about this? What about the fact that since this 140-pounder undisputed champion has came to 147, he has stopped every opponent since he been at 147? I'm not making excuses. You making excuses. This former 140-pounder has came up to 147 and has stopped every opponent since he has been there. What about that? How? Marlo, I thought you was 100, bro. I thought you was 100. I thought when you came on the channel giving me props, I thought you was 100. What washed up names? He beat Jeff Horn. He stopped Jeff Horn. He beat Benavidez, who you just said got one leg, who was chasing him, talking trash towards him, who was literally legit, hold up, who was really a 154-pounder. Then he beats Amir Khan, who wasn't coming off of losses, made him quit. Then he just beat an undefeated mandatory who was in the top 10. For those that don't know, Kavaliauskas was in the top 10, knocked him out. He has stopped every fighter since he's been at 147. What are you talking about? What the fuck is Horn? Horn is the guy that they put up and said beat Manny Pacquiao. Horn was supposed to bully Crawford because he was bigger, remember? You say who is Horn now, but I bet you if I go back and I watch your catalog of videos, I bet you didn't say that then. I bet you didn't say that then. I bet you didn't say that Jeff Horn wouldn't be a problem for Terrence Crawford then. Because I was even wondering that because he was moving up. And I seen that he was bigger and aggressive. I even wanted that. I bet you if I go check your catalog of videos, don't go and delete it. I bet that you thought that Jeff Horn probably had a chance of beating Terrence Crawford because of his aggressiveness and how big he was. Because I thought that. But when I seen him go out there and bully Jeff Horn, I knew he was going to be something to deal with at 147 too. Because Manny Pacquiao couldn't even bully Jeff Horn. What they be talking about, bro? They be trying to come for me. You can't come for me like that, bro. You saying what is Horn now? Nobody was saying that. Nobody was saying that before the fight happened. But then when you see Jeff Horn getting pushed around the ring, oh, who is Jeff Horn? Man, come on. Hey, bro, I got to go and lay it down. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the channel. Thank you, Christian. I thank y'all for tuning in to the channel, man. And y'all be safe out here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to donate to the channel, it's Cash App, Easy Work 83, all combined. Easy Work 83. Please hit that notification bell. Please comment to the channel. Y'all be safe out here, man. Y'all have a good night. This is Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.